I always love those horns. Gabino and Tiger.
Júrame que siempre me has querido a mí, que siempre te acuerdas de mí, como yo me acuerdo de ti.
Yeah.
Júrame que nunca tú me dejarás, que nunca tú me olvidarás, jamás, jamás, nunca jamás. Escúchame, contigo quiero ser feliz.
La voz de Tony.
Escucha a mi corazón.
Chavalón, el
Nunca te dejaré.
Listen to me.
Escúchame.
Eso.
Contigo quiero ser feliz. Escucha a mi corazón.
Y te quiero dar todo el cheque, baby.
Nunca te dejaré.
Want to welcome everybody to Throwback Thursday from the beautiful MyPBT Network studios inside the beautiful community, co-working community building, Society 204. And it's brought to you by the law office of Carlos A. Garcia. If you're injured in a serious accident, arrested on serious charges, you need an attorney that's going to fight for you in court because serious cases require serious lawyer. Call him at 956-584-1448, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Visit his website, thegarciafirm.com, board certified criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization.
Que nunca tú me dejarás, que nunca tú me olvidarás, jamás, jamás, nunca jamás. Escúchame, contigo quiero ser
Feliz.
Escucha a mi corazón.
I remember playing this 45
Nunca te dejaré.
What?
on the radio.
Oh, wow.
It was a 45. Little record.
Escúchame, contigo quiero ser feliz. Escucha a mi corazón, nunca te dejaré.
The little guitar licks. Chords. Yeah, all right. Vamos a ver otra.
Hey man, you gonna check out the Johnny Canales show tonight?
Yeah, man, who's gonna be on there?
Bad, what you call him, La Sombra.
We got a good show, man. What song are they gonna play?
La bonita Coca-Cola, man.
That's a bad song! Hey, teacher's coming, man.
Class, could I have your attention, please?
Yeah, teach, que es la onda, sir.
Oh, my.
Well, I would like to let you kids know that you have all behaved very good.
Ahí, güey.
And I want you all to have a very good weekend.
All right.
Classic La Sombra, man. We're going to talk with Tony Guerrero in just a bit. La Sombra guitarist Pepper Gonzalez passed away, and we're going to talk about his part in La Sombra, okay? Just a bit.
Cuando pasa mi güerita Coca-Cola, todos los hombres se voltean a mirar. No me cuenten que yo no estoy en la bola. Yo soy su dueño y de su amor he de gozar. Cuando pasas con tus curvas te meneas, y si te miran me duele hasta el corazón. Y me dices no te enojes, yo soy tu quieres a mí con tus curvas, Coca-Cola, me supiste enamorar, mi güerita chiquitis, no me vayas a dejar.
Boy, Pepper.
Cuando pasa mi güerita Coca-Cola, todos los hombres se voltean a mirar. No me cuenten que yo no estoy en la bola, yo soy su dueño y de su amor he de gozar. Cuando pasas con tus curvas te meneas, y si te miran me duele hasta el corazón, y me dices no te enojes, yo soy tuya, me das un beso y se me quita este dolor. Mi güerita consentida, qué bonito amarte así, cuando todos que te quieren y tú me quieres a mí, con tus curvas Coca-Cola, me supiste enamorar, mi güerita chiquitis, no me vayas a dejar. También para todos de Chicago.
Well, great stuff. Fun music. Young guys. That's like mid-80s, something like that. All right. So, some Sombra for you. The Dallas Cowboys are playing right now, so you got to realize that we're passionate about what we do, folks.
Yes.
We're here. We're not watching the game, right, babe?
No. Someone's asking if I'm wearing my Dallas Cowboy t-shirt. I'm not.
I was wondering about that when we were
I'm
walking
not.
out of the house.
Well, it's because I didn't have time to. I just got home and I just picked you up and we came over here.
It doesn't take much to just put on your jersey, babe.
I know, but
You
still.
know, we get-
well, actually, it does take some time because I have to look for
it's
all my stuff.
women, guys. You know,
Yes.
and it's not that easy.
Yes.
Um,
So hi to everyone. I'm here.
Yeah, and I think it's 7-7. My friend was like, "Chinga, ya están empezando los pinches Cowboys." Chinga, what? I said, "What's the score? 7-0." Pues cálmala, bro. Nah, let them get some momentum. If they beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tonight, we got some bragging stuff there, bro. We beat the Super Bowl champ, so mañana, if the Cowboys beat, the Cowboys are gonna beat Tampa Bay
don't
tonight.
Say if.
Yeah,
What's wrong with you?
I'll be walking into work like strutting in like Vince McMahon, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we beat Tom Brady, the greatest of all time. I'm like, you see, I'm gonna be a fair man. You know, I was never a fan of Brady when he was with the New England Patriots, but now that he's with Tampa Bay, I mean, I finally realized, no, that guy's a real deal, man. I don't know if there's any other quarterback that is like him or was like him, and I've been watching the NFL since I was a kid in 1972. Okay.
Yeah.
So, some sad news in the Tejano industry. Pepper Gonzalez, the guitar player, original guitar player from La Sombra, passed away from COVID. And we were just talking about him. Last week we were talking about him, that he was being tended to inside an ambulance outside the hospital in Corpus Christi because there was insufficient room or something like that. That's what they had told me. So we're gonna talk with Tony. I had asked Harvey, because if you listen to La Sombra, nobody ever really pays attention to the bass and the drums. They have a very big integral part in the music. They're the backbone, okay? They're the ones that, they're the bone, the backbone, and then all the other instrumentation has to complement that. And Harvey, Pepper's brother, is an amazing bass player. And then Huerta, the drummer, was, young and full of passion and back in the day. And then you had Pepper's guitar work, where you heard the lead solo on Güerita Coca-Cola. So I was going to talk to Harvey, and I spoke with him this morning. I gave him my condolences, and if they need anything, to let us know.
Yes.
We're always willing to open our, hearts and wallets to be able to help other friends and fans in the industry, ¿verdad?
Yes.
And so Harvey said, okay, yeah, we'll talk at 8:30 tonight. And he texted me earlier and he said, man, he doesn't think he's gonna be able to do it because, it's kind of tough for him right now. Okay.
Yes.
So also spoke with Gipper's son. Gipper's is A.B. Quintanilla's. We have a picture of him with A.B. Him and A.B. have put some great music together. Cumbia Kings stuff is, it's got Gipper's signature all over it, along with A.B. So they're very well. I mean, they're like best friends, partners, everything. And he's in the hospital, really fighting for his life with COVID as well. So, and I was going to talk to his son to see, what the status is. And he went ahead and texted me. He said, man, he says it's hard for him to talk about his dad right now. You know what I mean? So, so we understand, and we're going to send prayers. But I also told Chris, Gipper's son, that if him or his family need anything, just let us know. Okay.
We're here to help.
So I did get a hold of Tony Guerrero, and we're going to call him right now and talk to him and, see how he's doing. Because him and Pepper go way back.
Hello.
Tony, how you doing, Tony?
Pues aquí nomás, sir. Pasándola, a very sad day.
Yeah.
Yesterday, he recuperated from an accident, now recuperating from something worse. I mean, not an accident, I'm sorry. Recuperating from my surgery that I had on August 27th, and now this is definitely something hard to recuperate from.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about my accident. I keep saying accident, I don't know why, but my surgery. But I'm talking about Pepper Gonzalez.
Yeah, man. Pepper. It was shocking. I had seen something on Facebook last week, and then I contacted you and asked you what was up, and you said he was in the hospital. He was in an ambulance outside the hospital, and you weren't sure what was the case, and then you found out it was COVID, and I mean, it was shocking, bro. Pepper is probably one of the original members of La Sombra, ¿verdad?
Yeah, he is, man. I mean, well, this is crazy, bro. I mean, when we're kids, we do, no pensamos bien, we do crazy things. I just a real quick, short little story.
Go for it.
I would skip school with my friends on the east side and go over there to Pepper and Chencho's house, Chencho's school. Chencho is another guy that recorded with La Sombra back. This is the late 70s, but we were mocosos,
Yeah.
And we would go over there, big fights with them, and we all ended up playing in the same damn band, La Sombra.
Wow, that's incredible,
It's crazy,
man. Yeah.
Pero yeah, man, this is lo que estaba diciendo de COVID, man. This is something very, very serious. And I mean, it's crazy how now it's just picking people left and right, man. It's like I see very, very worse than what it was when it first came out. But
have you had to deal with it, Tony, personally?
Pues gracias a Dios, I haven't, man.
Yeah, that's good, man.
I lost before Pepper. I lost a brother-in-law to it last year.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Felix. Pues nosotros le llamábamos el gato.
Yeah.
And
Felix the cat. Felix the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yes, sir. And not only to COVID, but lately, it's happening so fast. I've lost a lot of friends to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if I remember a lot of my friends on Facebook. There's so many, but I remember their names and everything. I mean, sometimes it's hard to put the name with the face, but I remember them, all the names, man. Sometimes I freak myself out with that, and I see so many of them posting, asking the way we were, asking for prayers. I believe in that, I believe in the power of prayer. At the end, Dios es el que decide. He makes the final decision. Pero I see so many friends, posting, asking for prayers, and so many posting that they have lost a loved one, not only to COVID, but mostly COVID right now.
Mhm.
But you know, regardless, I mean, I just posted something on Facebook, and I said something about regardless if you're a sombraholic or not, if you're rich or not, if you're poor or not. I mean, if you're famous or not, todos somos iguales, and it's just that some of us are known and some of us are not, and Pepper was a very well-known person. He had a lot of people that loved him. I
Yeah.
mean, we all love each other, pero like I said, some people are known more than others. Pues depende de la persona que eres, when how humble you are to other people, and y te quedas en el corazón de la gente, depending how you are,
Yeah.
And Pepper was one of those persons, and besides being that humble person, having that good heart person, his amazing skills that he had
Yeah.
on his guitar, bro, and I posted a video of him yesterday that I made for him, and I said in my post that I've never seen. I'm sure a lot of guys do, and do crazy things, especially the rock and rollers, do a lot of crazy stuff with their guitars, but the only one that I've seen play guitar with his teeth, with my own eyes, besides Jimi Hendrix, is Pepper.
Mhm.
And I mean, Pepper is, man, I've known him since we were kids,
Yeah, and it's interesting. I mean, what are the odds of having a brother bass and guitar duo in the band that just automatically gives them a chemistry unlike any other, man? It's blood. You know what I mean? And him and
Yeah.
Harvey were. I mean, a lot of people overlook Harvey and the drums and the guitars, and of course they're looking at the front man and the horns, and they're listening to all the other beautiful sounds that go along with making a Sombra song and a Sombra hit. But people should sometimes just really, really listen in on the guitar work and the bass and the drums, and that
Yeah.
those three guys were an integral part of La Sombra, bro. If people really look into it, it really gave La Sombra el compás, como dice uno, ¿verdad? La música, el compás, and it wasn't like any other back in that day, man.
It's crazy, bro, because I think God brought us together, and
Definitely.
the combination of before us getting together, for example, the Gonzalez brothers, Harvey, a bass player, his younger brother Pepper, Jose Gonzalez, a guitar player. Well, before they were with Sombra, they have another brother that plays drums, and they would play strictly nothing but rock, bro. And I got to catch them at one show, and man, they blew me away.
Yeah.
And at the time, I never thought we would have me, Harvey, and Pepper, and my brothers, Gavino Cruz, and Harvey, Jesse, and Ray, and Tiger, and my nephews. We would all end up in the same band. But yes, bro, I mean, the rhythm section was really tight, and Jesse just grew up and playing so many different kinds of music. Especially, he was into a lot of salsa, porque pues allá, es bien popular la salsa ahí in Chicago.
Sí, Jesse was the drummer. Yeah, he was a drummer. ¿Verdad?
Yeah, our nephew Jesse, and yes, sir, and and me, my passion for music in the beginning was hip hop, R&B, and I even played in a top 40 band. I was a keyboard player for a top 40 band, and we would play nothing but hip hop and R&B music. And then when La Sombra got together, I mean, we got together por lo Tejano, but we were mixing rock with hip R&B all together with Tejano, and y salió el estilo de La Sombra.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You all the influences were put together to create that unique sound you all made.
Yes, man. It's
Oh yeah, and it's interesting because mostly every guitar player in Tejano had some sort of rock and roll background, man. You know, I mean, they come from the rock because it's guitar, you know, and they all want to play. And, you know, back in the day, Jimi Hendrix and all that stuff, and Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page, and Tony Iommi, and all, you know, my Mark Farner from Grand Funk Railroad, and guitar was, everybody wanted to emulate the rock and rollers. And a lot of rock and rollers ended up getting into the Tejano music industry. I'm one of them, bro. I mean, I was a rocker, and I wanted to be in rock radio, but my first opportunity was Tejano in 1988. Thank you to Mando San Roman and Brother John from KIWW, and I went in, and man, I mean, I just, you know, I'd already been into Romance and Little Joe and you guys as well, but you know, I was more of a rocker. But man, I really, I embraced the Tejano music in the 80s and 90s for sure, man.
Yeah, I'll never forget, bro. I'll never forget this. I think I mentioned it last time I was there with you on PVT. We were doing sound check in La Villarreal, and you were there interviewing us, and we did like thing. I don't know if it was La El Moño Colorado. I think it was La El Moño Colorado. I can't remember, or El Borracho El Año or something like that. And we were doing sound check. Well, you know, we were doing it the Tejano Conjunto style, you know. And then you came up with this crazy question asking us, "Hey, can you guys do that rock and roll?" Y boom, nos arrancamos en chingas todos.
Yeah, man. No, that's
we turned it all around and started playing it rock and roll. But it's crazy, you know. These guys could do all kinds of crazy stuff, you know. And I mean, you know, I play keyboards, accordion, a little bit of bass, and a little bit of drums. But one instrument I could never learn is the guitar, man. So Pepper would amaze me on stage every time, you know, he would do a solo or just the chords that he would play, you know. And man, he's just an amazing soul, you know, playing the guitar.
What's your fondest memory of Pepper, man? I mean, you know, that incident that's always been with you for the rest of your life, you know. Sometimes and you all spend a lot of time together on the road, man, years and years together, man. So anything you'd like to share about Pepper, man? You and Pepper back in the day?
Yeah,
man. I mean, it's incredible, but I mean, if you want to.
I'm well, man. I don't know if you got a chance to read the post that I did. I posted yesterday that back late 70s. That's why I wrote that on the post yesterday, that back in the late 70s, you know, we were being quebrados, bro. You know, we were broke. You know, being chavalitos. You know, we were maybe between the ages of 13 and 16 years old.
Yeah.
You know, and I ended up getting in this little accident, and I got a little settlement for it. And I went and bought Pepper. During the week, I went and bought Pepper this beautiful Yamaha electric guitar, and I bought him this double stack Yamaha amp with it, you know, brand new during the week. And the following Saturday, we had a show there, you know, in the Shy in Chicago. And after the show, you know, Pepper's loading up his new guitar and amp and in his car, and I said, "Hey, do you want to put it in the trailer?" He goes, "Nah, man. Hey, Tony, I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna go to my girlfriend's from here, and I'm gonna take it with me." I said, "Okay." He took it with him, you know, and I told him, "Be careful, bro, because you know Los Hoodlums are in Chicago Heights." Because his at the time his girlfriend lived in Chicago Heights, so I told him, "Be careful, you know, with your new guitar," and because Los Hoodlums también tan pesados, you know, in Chicago Heights. And sure enough, bro, maybe I jinxed him or something, but the next day, me habló, Tony, man, they broke into his car, bro, and they took his. He didn't even have it for 3 or 4 days.
Damn.
You know, they took his guitar and his brand new guitar and brand new amp, you know, and but the girl that he went to see that night, to this day, it's his wife, Irene.
Wow, man! Our condolences to Irene and he has kids, but how many kids does Pepper have, bro?
I think he has 3, 2 that I know of, 2 boys and a girl.
Yeah. Oh, you want to send our condolences to them and Harvey
Yes,
and
sir.
the entire Gonzalez family in Corpus Christi, Texas, on the passing of of an awesome guy and a beautiful soul and guitar player for La Sombra, Pepper Gonzalez. Was he playing with you these last few days or these last few this past year actually? Not the last few days, but this past year because you started or past couple of months actually is when you started hitting the road again, right?
Who, me or well, we both did, but
Yeah.
he was performing with Pio Trevino.
Oh, ándale.
Yeah,
Pio
he was
Trevi.
performing with Pio Trevino,
Yeah.
and we were doing our thing over here.
Ándale.
You know, but man, regardless, whoever Pepper played with, whatever band he played with, he made the band shine, man.
Yeah,
He
man.
made them shine
Yeah.
with his guitar skills.
Yeah. Bueno, pues Tony, I'll let you go, man. I appreciate you taking the time. And, if anything pops up or you need any help from us, you always got, we always got your back. And if you ever want to come down to the show, let me know, bro, and I'll take care. I'll handle all the logistics for you to come out here and be comfortable and hang out with us. All right?
Sounds good, Rock. Yes,
Oh,
but thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, and especially for talking about Pepper. And we're. I just want to throw a little plug out there. Right now, I'm with my son, my one and only son, Marco, my baby. I don't know if he minds if I call him my baby, but I don't care if he does. And I tell him I don't care how big your mustache is. I don't care how big your beard is. I said you're always gonna be my baby. Anyways, but my son's an awesome drummer. He's producing some awesome. He's into the rap music right now, and he's doing really good with this rap group they call themselves the Frito Gang, right, Bobby? And then the Frito Gang, and he's working on some beats right now. And I had a really bad day yesterday, por todo lo de Pepper, and send a shout out to my nephew Danny, who has cancer. So I always don't try not to let anything to get me down, man. But yesterday was a really bad day for me. So my son invited me over, and so he made me a pot roast, and so for me to get by por todo lo que está pasando ahorita.
Yeah, no, I can just imagine, man. I mean, you've been through some really tough times, Tony, and I commend you for being a tough guy, man. And still going through that adversity and still having that passion to go out and sing and perform in front of fans, man. A lot of people don't know the backstory of your surgeries and all that, but it's been grueling for you, man, and we're lucky to still have you with us también, and we thank God that you're still with us and your brothers are with us, and and it's unfortunate that Pepper, left us this young and this early, man, but
Well, just a real quick one. August 27th was my last surgery that I've had, and it was my 11th surgery in 2 years. Y todo por Dios, aquí estoy, gracias a Dios, yo creo mucho en Dios, and all the people, I believe in the power of prayer también, and I have so many people, amigos, fans, Sombra is always praying for me, y agradezco, and y pues también, that, I mean, even if you don't know how to play an instrument, even if you don't know how to sing, you feel that beat, that music, that voice of someone else singing, y pues agarrar la parranda,
Yeah.
o una fría or algo, and you feel it, and pues me, I've never drank or smoked in my life, but man, music is my heart, music is mi vida. Besides my son, que aquí está sentado next to me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it definitely has been your life, Tony, since a very young age, and I think your odometer. If you were a vehicle, your odometer would have surpassed 1 million miles already. And I mean that's how you guys were constantly on the road. And back in the day, you'd have these national American acts that would tour for a year and then take a year off to record an album and then tour again for a year. with the Tejano industry, it was nonstop touring, and then in the 90s, it just ramped up to like 6 days a week. And you guys were living out of the vans and living out of the bus, and that was your life, and that you did it. And it takes a very special kind of person to be able to put a group together that's willing to go through all the sacrifices and the hardships of breaking down on the road, eating fast food, getting ready to jump on stage, having to deal with other bands that are, giving you a hard time, and fighting out who's going to headline, who's going to start. And, it's people don't realize everything that goes into living a life of a musician, man, and especially a band leader like you, bro. But I just commend you in La Sombra, and I commend you for, after going through all this adversity you've gone through recently, that you still have that fire burning in you to make music and perform, dude. That's awesome.
Yes, thank you very much for your kind words, bro. Yes, it's in the heart, bro. I love music, and one time we did 11 nights straight in a row. Ya ni podía ni hablar, bro. Like around the 8th night, pero when you're young, was, you can do it, aguantas más, at that age,
Íbamos 100 millas,
pero gracias a Dios, it wasn't only just us. Maybe, yes, Pepperman, chingón en la guitarra, good hard person, pero it's all a little combination of people like you, bro. People like the Sombraholics, the fans, I mean, yes, maybe we create the music, hacemos un borlote and and stuff, but man, we are nothing without people like you and people like our fans, I mean, we can go make all the noise we want on stage, pero si no están ustedes, los fans ahí, pues, ¿de qué sirve hacer ruido?
Yeah. Oye, andaban allá en Wisconsin, por allá, ¿no? Andaban en unos festivals allá ustedes, ¿verdad? Because I follow you on social media, and I see that you were out in some areas up in the Midwest, right?
Yes, we went to Indiana.
Ándale.
Yes, we went to Indiana and the areas around it because we haven't gone out there in a while, pero these were some shows that we had before the pandemic.
Oh, okay, so you were making them up.
Yes, we were making them up, and that's the kind of people we are, we don't. I mean, nunca nos
we finished the job. Yeah.
Yeah, we finished the job. I mean, in my 37 years plus of music career that I've been doing, I mean, we lost our parents. I lost my parents, Pepper and them lost their parents. And my nephew Jesse we lost our niece, his sister, during all this time, and we would if we had shows we didn't like to cancel, for example, when my nephew Jesse, we gave him some time off, because his sister was dying of leukemia, my niece, que Dios la tenga su gloria. So we sent Jesse home, and we hired Chente Barrera to help us out. We went to New York and everywhere. Y ya pues at the last minute, pues, nos fuimos todos, home, and be there in her last days, and it was, and we didn't like to cancel, I'm sure that the people, when we tell them, what happened, or like, for example, we there was one where I think I didn't go because my mom had passed away, but Gavino went and my brother Cruz went, and then there was another one when my dad passed away. Gavino didn't go and I went,
Yeah.
Pero I mean, we did it because we know that our parents, my mom and dad, I know how much and how proud they were, of us.
Yeah.
And I know if. Of course, everybody knows their parents. I know my dad would have told me, "No, you go and do what you got to do,"
Yeah.
and that's the way I feel about my son, and you know what, and like you say, I say, well, me personally, I will continue playing music hasta que Dios no quiera que yo lo haga.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's in your blood, man, and that's all you've ever done all your life since you were a kid. So You know, that's the way it's going to be, man. Yes, sir.
Pero you know, let's talk about Pepper, man. Pepper, that's what we were.
Yeah, definitely. We want to send our condolences.
Yes, sir.
To Pepper's family and his wife and his kids and his brothers and all his relatives and all his friends and all the people that were involved with him musically. The Pio Trevino Magic, the band as well. They're probably in shock and disbelief as well. And
yes, sir.
We had Pio on the show, and he has a wonderful story, man. You know, growing up and how he started and all that. But definitely, he's talking about Pepper tonight, and that's why I called you. And it was awesome hearing the stories that you about the guitar and the amp that you bought him, and they ripped off from him in Chicago Heights. And
he didn't have it 3 or 4 days, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I think if he had it 4 days, I'm exaggerating. I think.
Yeah. Pero fíjate que we got to get going, Tony. But like I said, you have an open door policy with #PVT, bro. Anytime you want to come by, you come by, and if you want to make a trip down here, I'll make sure to take care of all the logistics so you can be comfortable when you get here. Okay, bro?
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
Órale.
Sombra love to everybody out there listening, especially to my boy right now, RocknRollJames.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Tony Guerrero.
Hey, just real quick, are you still in McAllen? Because I saw post one time that you were moving. No. I mean, I don't want to say where to, but
we're in Edinburgh, man. We're down right here by the courthouse. Okay. Yeah. So any musicians that have child support, they can come to the courthouse, and then they can just come on down the road. And no te creas, but anyway, Tony, I appreciate you, answering the phone call and sharing some stories about Pepper with us, and definitely a loss for La Sombra and the Tejano music industry, man. But you keep your chin up, man, and keep kicking some ass, man, because you still got.
But you know what? I'm sorry to interrupt you, bro.
No, but it's okay.
But just so that everybody knows, Pepper right now is rocking with the true king, God Almighty.
Yeah.
Yes, amen.
Yeah. You're right, man. It's awesome, and we'll see him again one day, bro.
Yes, sir.
We
will. We'll rock the heavens with him.
Yes, sir. Man, Tony Guerrero, ladies and gentlemen, #PVT. Thank you, Tony. Dios te bendiga. God bless you, brother.
Igualmente, bro. Gracias.
Órale. What an awesome interview there with Tony Guerrero from La Sombra. Let me hear this song right here. I like this one, and then we'll play that one.
This is the ultimate shock 88 La Sombra.
Tony wrote this song from me to you. Asústame one time.
Promesas y amor nacieron entre tú y yo. Entrega total de amor. Sentimos nuestro calor. De amor, promesas, oh, promesas.
que hicimos tú y yo. Yo te amo y tú me amas a mí. Promesa.
Once again, we want to thank our sponsor, the Law Office of Carlos A. Garcia. If you're injured in a serious accident, arrested on serious charges, you give him a call, man, because he's a serious lawyer. 956-584-1448, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Visit his website, thegarciafirm.com. Board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization. Muchas gracias, Carlos.
Thank you.
Because of you, this show is going on, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia.
De ti me enamoré, tú de mí te enamoraste. Promesas de amor, promesas, oh, promesas.
Let's do this one right here. I like this one, man. It's something called Mañana. You could be here playing hits from La Sombra all night.
All night, yep.
Listen to the arrangement. Harvey and his brother Pepper on guitar. Harvey on bass.
Mira su sonrisa, mira cómo anda, cómo se mueve cuando baila. Se ve bonita al caminar, se ve bonita al despertar. Sabe que me gusta, sabe que la quiero, no escucha nunca mis palabras. Ella responde con su adiós cuando le hablo de mi amor. Mañana, siempre pienso que mañana, y mañana sigue igual. Ella nunca cambiará. Mañana, siempre pienso que mañana.
We got any shout outs on the chat zone there, Miss Producer?
Yes, we do. We have several. We have Alfredo Rios, Lisa R., Laura, Ohio. Hello, friend. Sal in the house, who's always on the chat zone, so thank you for that. JC El Jefe, Gilbert Tellez, and Leti Tellez. Hello.
14-14 is what I hear is the Cowboys
I know,
Tampa
that's
Bay.
what they're saying.
Okay.
Yes.
And you're all biting your nails, and we're just playing some music.
Woo!
Oi.
Blue jeans apretados, libros en la mano.
Blue jeans apretados, libros
Oye.
en la mano.
That's me.
¿Sí andabas en la escuela?
Of course.
College class.
Yeah, of course.
No piensa nunca de amor. Va pasando el
Hey, yo playing hooky.
sin darse
You're
cuenta.
terrible.
Se acerca más a mi cariño.
I was the biggest hooky player in school.
Quizás me
I can
quiera
just imagine.
Big time.
o es un sueño nada más.
Mañana.
Siempre pienso que mañana, y mañana sigue igual. Ella nunca cambiará. Mañana.
Los Cowboys van a ganar mañana. Ese.
Pero sé que no es verdad.
Oh, my.
Son palabras nada más.
All right, man.
You know what time it is? Check it out.
Las polquitas de Tony. That's Tony Guerrero on accordion.
It's Sombra time, baby.
If you want to look for some Sombra polkas, just search Broditas. Broditas. Somos broditas. ¿Qué pasó, brodita? They used to say that, like
What?
brother.
What? Oh.
You know, like, hey, what's up, brother? But in the Chicano, Tejano feel, would say, ¿qué pasó, brodita? Asústame, aguanta. ¿No tienes una frita ahí, brodita? ¿Qué onda?
What? I've never heard of
Asústame,
that.
brodita, little brother.
Oh, okay.
Oye.
Dios mío, mira qué cosas.
That's Tony on accordion there. You know, and Tony was never looked upon as an accordion player. I mean, like Jaime de Anda.
Yeah.
I mean, and this guy se avientaba.
But he sounds amazing.
No, hombre,
it sounds
cállate.
great. Yeah.
Se dan chingazos con todos. El Tony se defendía en acordeón. And then he had a cordless on his, and so he'd go to the tables and get on the tables of the dance halls and play.
Oh, I bet people love that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Also want to send share our prayers with La Familia de Gipper.
Yes.
Who's A.B. Quintanilla's music partner, you know, and they make music together, and he's been a driving force with La Cumbia Kings as well. Him and A.B. have put some really good stuff together, and Gipper's the kind of guy that goes into the studio and he can play all the instruments and produce all the stuff, and he has a little studio there at his house, and he's constantly working on music, and he's been stricken with COVID, and so he's in the hospital, and I talked to his son Chris, and he's coming along, but I'm shocked because you see Gipper, and he's a big, strong guy.
Yes. Yep.
And to find out that he's fighting for his life in the hospital is pretty shocking to me. Yes. But he's in the hospital, and the last I heard, for some reason they have to put the patient's face down for a certain amount of time until something comes back better or whatever, you know. So I was watching a vigil that they did for him, a prayer vigil. It was on Facebook, and they had it live. And the girl that was conducting it was reading a letter, and she was saying that they were able to turn him over, which was a really good sign.
That's a good sign.
Yeah,
okay.
but man, I mean, it's like, I just can't imagine how, and I don't understand how it affects some people to the point of, they had mentioned to me that he was doing okay, and that he had an anxiety attack.
Oh.
And remember we were talking about
we
that?
We were
with
talking
Domingo?
about that with Domingo,
Yeah,
yes.
because me and Chaz on Wednesday night, we were talking, last Wednesday night, not last night, but the Wednesday before, we were talking about our experience with COVID. And I mentioned that you have to be really mentally ready for it, or do whatever you can to be positive, because if you get nervous or scared, you may have anxiety attack, and that makes it even worse.
Yes.
As far as being capable to breathe, and I know it's tough, and I was talking to a friend, he says, hey, no puede hacer nada, te pega el pinche anxiety, te pega la anxiety, it's not like you can control it, and I'm like, man, I can just imagine. So that's, apparently that happened to Gipper while he was in the hospital, and so it got worse, and he ended up going into ICU, and they ended up intubating him and going through all that heavy-duty process. So his family needs a lot of prayers, man.
Yes,
so that we've got that as well. And his son, we were going to talk to him, but he's having a hard time seeing his dad in the condition that he's in, or knowing that his dad is in the condition that he's in. And he says, hey, Rock, if you can, while talking about my dad, let him know I love him and can't wait for him to come home so he can see the video later on of us doing this for him. But, you all be careful out there. If you feel that you might be in danger, put on a mask, get vaccinated. It seems that a lot of people that are getting vaccinated aren't having as bad of a problem with it as the people that are. Okay, so, and I've talked to a lot of people that are vaccinated, and they got the COVID again or whatever, even while they were vaccinated, but it only lasted them like a day or two. Also, the vaccines, there's the Johnson & Johnson, which I think is a bit weaker than the Moderna and the Pfizer. So if you have, any of those, you might want to try the Moderna, and there's a booster coming out. So there's all kinds of news coming out about the vaccinations. But either way, We hope you don't get it, but be prepared if you do, and try to fight it as hard as you can, and stay healthy.
Yes, I was also going to say that. I was going to say that we really need to live a healthy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all of us, no matter what, because that really does help your immune system and everything. So we have to be really, really careful.
And
really, really careful.
If you've seen the way I looked back in the day to now, you've probably recognized that I made a little transformation because I had to change my life around, and I did, and I ended up trying to live a healthier lifestyle and try to extend that warranty, that extended warranty, So, but just just with little things that you change in your life, you might be able to get a little bit healthier. All right.
Yes.
Dr. T's Primary Care is one of our major sponsors throughout the week, and they have a lot of answers for you as well. So if you need to talk to them, we'll let you know, and we'll give you the details, okay? Yes. All right, y'all have a good one. Thank you to Carlos A. Garcia, who's the exclusive endorser and sponsor of this program, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We appreciate you, Carlos, and we're going to leave you with a word from our sponsor. Y'all have a beautiful evening, and go Cowboys! Asústame one time.
If you've been injured in a serious accident or you've been arrested on some serious charges, you need an attorney that's going to fight for you. Carlos A. Garcia.
Obviously, if you're approached by a federal agency as it relates to an investigation, be it healthcare fraud, drug conspiracies, money laundering, bank fraud, any other federal crime, you want to remain silent. You want to talk to a lawyer who can give you real, honest advice.
Give them a call right away, 956-584-1448, because serious cases require a serious lawyer.
I'm Carlos A. Garcia, a criminal defense attorney in the Rio Grande Valley. I've been practicing criminal law for over 15 years. I'm board certified in criminal law, and I can help you with every problem you may have.
Board certified in criminal law, Attorney Carlos A. Garcia.